Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology, divine promises in the Quran. Chapter 1, Jerusalem in the Quran. Historical significance of Jerusalem in the Quran. Jerusalem's significance in the Quran cannot be understated, as it is mentioned in multiple verses with immense historical and spiritual importance. Understanding the historical context of Jerusalem in the Quran provides a deeper understanding of its role in Islamic eschatology and its symbolic representation. The Quran acknowledges Jerusalem's historical importance by mentioning the city's connection to the prophets and their divine missions. It highlights the story of Prophet Abraham, who, along with his son Prophet Ishmael, built the Kaaba in Mecca and the foundations of the sacred mosque in Jerusalem. This historical connection between Mecca and Jerusalem establishes a spiritual bond that resonates with Muslims worldwide. Furthermore, Jerusalem's role in Islamic prophecy is emphasized in the Quran. It is believed that the Prophet Muhammad's miraculous night journey, known as the Isra and Miraj, took him from Mecca to Jerusalem and then to the heavens. This journey solidifies Jerusalem's position as a significant city in Islamic spirituality and confirms its significance in Islamic eschatology. Architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran further showcase its historical and spiritual importance. The Quran mentions the Bayt al-Maqdis, the farthest mosque, commonly associated with the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This architectural reference adds to Jerusalem's symbolic representation as a place of worship and spiritual enlightenment for Muslims. Moreover, Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj adds another layer of significance. While Mecca is the primary destination for Hajj, the Quran acknowledges the importance of visiting Al-Aqsa Mosque during the voyage. This reinforces the historical bond between the two holy cities and underscores Jerusalem's role in Islamic spiritual practices. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature demonstrates its historical and cultural significance. Throughout history, poets and writers have glorified Jerusalem and its spiritual aura, emphasizing its beauty, tranquility, and importance in Islamic tradition. Additionally, the Quran highlights Jerusalem's geographical significance as where three major continents intersect: Asia, Africa, and Europe. This strategic location has shaped the city's history and cultural and religious diversity. In conclusion, Jerusalem's historical significance in the Quran spans various domains, including spirituality, prophecy, pilgrimage, architecture, geography, and literature. Its mention in the Quran establishes a strong connection between the city and Islamic tradition, making it a revered and cherished place for Muslims worldwide. Understanding Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology and its symbolic representation enhances one's appreciation for its historical and spiritual importance. Jerusalem's role in Islamic prophecy. Jerusalem is significant in Islamic prophecy, as described in the Quran. This subchapter explores the various aspects of Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology, divine promises, historical significance, spiritual importance, architectural references, connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj, mention in poetry and literature, geographical relevance, the importance of Al-Aqsa Mosque, its symbolic representation, and its role in Islamic eschatology. The Quran mentions Jerusalem several times, emphasizing its importance to Muslims. It is referred to as Al-Quds, meaning the holy, and is recognized as the third holiest city in Islam after Mecca and Medina. The historical significance of Jerusalem in the Quran is evident through the stories of prophets such as Abraham, Musa, Moses, and Isa, Jesus, who have meaningful connections to the city. Jerusalem's role in Islamic prophecy is highlighted through the Quran's description of the night journey, Isra, and ascension, Miraj, of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. According to Islamic tradition, the Prophet was transported from Mecca to Jerusalem and ascended to the heavens. This event solidified Jerusalem's spiritual importance and sanctity in the eyes of Muslims. Furthermore, the architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran are fascinating. The Quran mentions the construction of the Kaaba in Mecca, which is believed to be a replica of the heavenly structure in Jerusalem. This connection between the two cities reinforces the spiritual bond between Muslims and the Holy Land. Jerusalem's significance in Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj cannot be overlooked. Muslims from all over the world visit the city as part of their religious pilgrimage. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, located in Jerusalem, holds particular importance. It is believed to be the second mosque ever built and where the Prophet Muhammad led prayers with other prophets. Moreover, Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature demonstrates the deep emotional attachment that Muslims have towards the city. It is often praised for its beauty, spirituality, and historical legacy. The geographical significance of Jerusalem is also highlighted in the Quran. It is described as the center of the earth, representing the meeting point of heaven and earth. This symbolic representation further enhances its importance in Islamic belief. Lastly, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology is significant. The Quran mentions the Day of Judgment and the gathering of all humanity in Jerusalem for their final judgment. This belief adds to the anticipation and reverence Muslims have for the city. In conclusion, Jerusalem's role in Islamic prophecy is multifaceted and holds immense importance in the hearts and minds of Muslims worldwide. Its historical, spiritual, architectural, and geographical significance, along with its symbolic representation, all contribute to its prominent position in Islamic eschatology. Understanding the divine promises and references to Jerusalem in the Quran deepens one's appreciation for the city's sacredness and connection to Islamic beliefs and practices. The spiritual importance of Jerusalem in the Quran. Jerusalem, the holy city revered by Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike, holds a significant spiritual importance in the Quran. This subchapter aims to explore the profound spiritual significance of Jerusalem as highlighted in the Quran, offering insights and reflections for readers of all backgrounds. The Quran mentions Jerusalem in multiple verses, emphasizing its spiritual and historical significance. It is believed that Jerusalem was the first Qibla, direction of prayer, for Muslims before it was changed to the Kaaba in Mecca. This divine decision signifies the deep connection between Jerusalem and the Islamic faith. Furthermore, the Quran narrates the miraculous night journey, Isra, of the Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Jerusalem and his ascension, Miraj, to the heavens. This journey symbolizes the spiritual ascendance and connection between the earthly and divine realms. Muslims consider this journey as a testament to the sacredness of Jerusalem and its role in Islamic prophecy. The spiritual importance of Jerusalem is also evident in the architectural references in the Quran. The Quran mentions the construction of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, in Jerusalem. Its mention signifies the sanctity of the city and its significance as a place of worship and spirituality. Moreover, Jerusalem holds a crucial connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj. The Quran encourages Muslims to embark on a sacred expedition, which includes a visit to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This reinforces the spiritual significance of Jerusalem and its role in the religious practices of Muslims. Additionally, Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature further highlights its spiritual importance. Poets and writers have long used Jerusalem as a symbol of spiritual longing, unity, and devotion in their works, showcasing its profound impact on Muslim culture and spirituality. The geographical significance of Jerusalem in the Quran cannot be overlooked either. The Quran describes Jerusalem as the blessed land and emphasizes its importance as a site of divine blessings and guidance. This recognition further amplifies the spiritual significance of Jerusalem in the eyes of Muslims. Finally, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology and its symbolic representation in the Quran deserves attention. The Quran alludes to Jerusalem's role in the end times and the Day of Judgment, highlighting its significance in the ultimate destiny of humankind. Its symbolic representation as a place of divine presence and spiritual awakening further solidifies its importance in the Quran. Chapter 2. Architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran. Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj. The city of Jerusalem holds tremendous significance in the Islamic faith, not only for its historical and spiritual importance but also for its connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj. Jerusalem, referred to as Al-Quds in Arabic, is featured prominently in the Quran and holds a special place in the hearts of Muslims worldwide. The Quran mentions Jerusalem in various verses, highlighting its significance as a holy city. It is believed to be the third most sacred city in Islam, after Mecca and Medina. Muslims believe that the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens from the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem during the night journey, further cementing its importance in Islamic tradition. Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage is evident through the annual Hajj, which is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. During Hajj, millions of Muslims gather in Mecca to perform a series of rituals, including the tawaf, sa'i, and the throwing of pebbles at the 3 pillars, symbolizing the devil. After completing the Hajj, many pilgrims extend their journey to Jerusalem, known as the Second Hajj or the Hajj al-Ula. This pilgrimage to Jerusalem holds great spiritual significance for Muslims, allowing them to visit the Al-Aqsa Mosque and other holy sites. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, located within the compound known as Al-Haram al-Sharif, is of paramount importance to Muslims. It is believed to be where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens, making it a revered destination for pilgrims. Muslims often offer prayers at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, seeking blessings and spiritual fulfillment. The connection between Jerusalem and Islamic pilgrimage is not limited to historical events or religious rituals. The city's unique architectural references in the Quran further emphasize its importance. The Quran describes Jerusalem as the farthest mosque, which many interpret as a reference to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. In conclusion, Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj is deeply rooted in the Islamic faith. The city's historical, spiritual, and architectural significance, as well as its mention in the Quran, make it a cherished destination for Muslims worldwide. Pilgrims who embark on the Hajj often extend their journey to Jerusalem, seeking spiritual fulfillment and a deeper connection to their faith. Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology further solidifies its symbolic representation in the Quran, making it an essential part of Islamic belief and practice. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature. Jerusalem, the holy city of 3 major religions, holds immense significance in Islamic poetry and literature. From classical Arabic poetry to contemporary works, Jerusalem is often portrayed as a symbol of spiritual and historical importance. This subchapter delves into how Jerusalem is mentioned in Islamic poetry and literature, highlighting its significance and influence on Muslim writers and thinkers. Throughout history, poets and writers have celebrated Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology, its connection to Islamic prophecy, and its architectural and geographical significance. These themes are recurrent in classical Arabic poetry, where Jerusalem is often depicted as the ultimate destination for the faithful and the symbol of divine promises in the Quran. Poems frequently describe the beauty and sanctity of the city, invoking a sense of longing and reverence among readers. Moreover, Jerusalem's historical significance in the Quran is explored by retelling stories and events associated with the city. Poets and writers often draw inspiration from the accounts of Prophet Muhammad's night journey, Isra and Miraj, where he ascended to the heavens from the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This event solidifies Jerusalem's spiritual importance in Islamic tradition and is a source of inspiration for many works of literature. Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj is a recurring theme in Islamic poetry and literature. The significance of Al-Aqsa Mosque, the 3rd holiest site in Islam, is frequently praised in verses and prose. Writers often describe the spiritual journey of Muslims to Jerusalem, reflecting on the profound impact it has on their faith and devotion. Furthermore, Jerusalem's symbolic representation in the Quran is explored through allegorical interpretations. The city's historical and spiritual importance is seen as a metaphor for the broader concepts of divine promises, salvation, and the ultimate destiny of humanity. Poets and writers often draw parallels between Jerusalem and the spiritual journey of the individual believer, emphasizing the importance of striving towards righteousness and seeking closeness to God. Overall, Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature highlights its pivotal role in Muslim culture, spirituality, and eschatology. Through vivid descriptions, allegorical interpretations, and historical references, writers have captured the essence of Jerusalem as a city that holds immense significance for Muslims worldwide. This subchapter aims to deepen the reader's understanding of Jerusalem's multifaceted importance within the Islamic tradition and its enduring impact on Islamic poetry and literature. Jerusalem's geographical significance in the Quran. The city of Jerusalem holds a remarkable position in the Quran, with its geographical significance woven into the fabric of Islamic teachings. This subchapter explores the Quranic references to Jerusalem's geography and its importance to Muslims worldwide. From the Quranic perspective, Jerusalem is called Al-Quds, highlighting its sacredness and significance. In Surah Al-Isra, verse 1, Allah takes the Prophet Muhammad on a miraculous night journey from the sacred mosque in Mecca to Al-Aqsa Mosque, the farthest mosque. This journey, known as the Isra and Miraj, solidifies the spiritual connection between Islam and Jerusalem. The Quran also mentions the physical attributes of Jerusalem, describing it as a blessed land. In Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 71, Allah states, "And mention the man of the fish, Jonah, when he went off in anger and thought that we would not decree anything upon him. And he called out within the darknesses, 'There is no deity except you, exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers.' So we responded to him and saved him from the distress. And thus do we save the believers." This verse refers to the story of Prophet Jonah, who was swallowed by a fish and then saved in the vicinity of Jerusalem. It highlights the divine intervention in this blessed land. Moreover, Jerusalem's geographical significance is further emphasized in Surah Al-Rum, verses 1 to 4, where Allah mentions the Byzantine defeat and the subsequent victory of the Romans. This victory signifies the fulfillment of the divine promise made to the believers, and it took place in the nearest land, which is widely believed to be Jerusalem. These Quranic references to Jerusalem's geography establish its historical and spiritual importance to Muslims. They reinforce the belief that Jerusalem is a sacred city intimately connected to Islamic prophecy, pilgrimage, and eschatology. Muslims regard the Al-Aqsa Mosque, located in Jerusalem, as the third holiest site in Islam after the Kaaba in Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. In conclusion, the Quran's mention of Jerusalem's geography highlights its pivotal role in Islamic teachings. From the miraculous night journey of the Prophet Muhammad to the blessed land where divine interventions took place, Jerusalem remains a symbol of spiritual significance and a beacon of hope for Muslims worldwide. Understanding its geographical importance offers a deeper insight into the broader context of Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology and its symbolic representation in the Quran. Chapter 3: The Significance of Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem and the Quran. History and importance of Al-Aqsa Mosque. The Al-Aqsa Mosque holds a significant place in the hearts and minds of Muslims worldwide. Situated in the heart of Jerusalem, it is not only one of the oldest mosques in the world but also holds immense historical and spiritual importance. The history of Al-Aqsa Mosque dates back to the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It is believed that during the night journey, Isra and Miraj, the Prophet was transported from the Kaaba in Mecca to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This miraculous journey further solidified the significance of the mosque in the eyes of Muslims. Al-Aqsa Mosque also has historical significance as it served as the first Qibla, direction of prayer, for Muslims. Initially, Muslims would face Jerusalem while offering prayers before the law was changed to the Kaaba in Mecca. This historical transition highlights the early importance of Jerusalem in Islamic worship. In addition to its historical and religious significance, the Al-Aqsa Mosque also plays a vital role in Islamic eschatology. Islamic eschatology refers to the beliefs and teachings about the end times and the coming day of judgment. According to Islamic tradition, it is believed that the Al-Aqsa Mosque will be the site where the final battle between good and evil will take place before the Day of Judgment. Furthermore, the Al-Aqsa Mosque is also connected to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj. While the Kaaba in Mecca is the ultimate destination for Hajj, many pilgrims also visit the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This demonstrates the spiritual importance and reverence Muslims have for this sacred site. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is not just significant in religious contexts but also holds architectural references in the Quran. The Quran describes the beauty and magnificence of the mosque, emphasizing its importance as a symbol of worship and spirituality. Moreover, Jerusalem's role in Islamic prophecy is often mentioned in Islamic poetry and literature. Poets and scholars have written extensively about Jerusalem, highlighting its spiritual significance and connection to Islamic beliefs. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is not only geographically significant in Jerusalem but also symbolically represents the unity of Muslims worldwide. It serves as a reminder of the shared heritage and spiritual connection that Muslims have with Jerusalem and its holy sites. In conclusion, the history and importance of the Al-Aqsa Mosque are multifaceted. From its historical significance as the first Qibla to its role in Islamic eschatology, the Al-Aqsa Mosque holds a special place in the hearts of Muslims. Its architectural references, connection to Islamic pilgrimage, and mention in poetry and literature reinforce its significance. The Al-Aqsa Mosque serves as a symbol of unity and spirituality for Muslims around the world, highlighting the enduring importance of Jerusalem in Islamic beliefs and traditions. References to Al-Aqsa Mosque in the Quran. The Al-Aqsa Mosque holds a significant place in the hearts of Muslims worldwide. It is not only a place of worship but also a symbol of Jerusalem's importance in Islamic history and eschatology. In the Quran, several references are made to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, highlighting its spiritual and historical significance. One of the most notable references to the Al-Aqsa Mosque can be found in Surah Al-Isra, the night journey. The Quran states, "Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid al-Haram to Al-Masjid al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed, to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing." Quran 17:1. This verse recounts the miraculous journey of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from the sacred mosque in Mecca to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. Another reference can be found in Surah Al-Imran, the family of Imran, where it says, "And, recall, when Allah said, O Jesus, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself and purify you from those who disbelieve and make those who follow you, in submission to Allah alone, superior to those who disbelieve until the day of resurrection. Then to me is your return, and I will judge between you concerning that in which you used to differ." Quran 3:55. Islamic scholars interpret this verse to indicate that Jesus, peace be upon him, will return to earth near the Al-Aqsa Mosque before the day of resurrection. These references to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in the Quran highlight its spiritual and historical significance. Muslims believe that it is the third holiest site in Islam, after the Kaaba in Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. It is believed to be where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, led the other prophets in prayer during his miraculous night journey. Furthermore, the Al-Aqsa Mosque is also associated with Islamic eschatology. According to Islamic prophecy, it is believed to be where the Dajjal, the false Messiah, will be defeated by Jesus, peace be upon him, before the Day of Judgment. This further emphasizes the critical role that the Al-Aqsa Mosque plays in the beliefs and hopes of Muslims. In conclusion, the Al-Aqsa Mosque is significant in Islamic history, spirituality, and eschatology. The Quranic references to the Al-Aqsa Mosque emphasize its importance as a sacred place of worship, as well as its role in the final events of Islamic prophecy. It symbolizes the deep connection between Jerusalem and the Muslim world, and its mention in the Quran serves as a reminder of the spiritual and historical significance of this holy site. The symbolic representation of Al-Aqsa Mosque in Islamic eschatology. In Islamic eschatology, the Al-Aqsa Mosque holds immense symbolic significance. Located in the heart of Jerusalem, this mosque is not only a physical structure but also a spiritual beacon for Muslims around the world. The symbolic representation of Al-Aqsa Mosque in Islamic eschatology is deeply rooted in the Quran and holds a pivotal role in the divine promises made to believers. According to the Quran, Al-Aqsa Mosque is the third holiest site in Islam, after the Kaaba in Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. It is believed to be where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens during the night journey, Isra and Miraj. This miraculous journey not only solidified the spiritual significance of Al-Aqsa Mosque but also established its connection to the celestial realms. The symbolic representation of the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Islamic eschatology is closely tied to the concept of the last day and the final judgment. In numerous verses of the Quran, Al-Aqsa Mosque is mentioned as a place of gathering for the believers on the day of resurrection. It is believed that this holy site will serve as a meeting point for all Muslims, where they will be reunited with their loved ones and rewarded for their righteous deeds. Furthermore, Al-Aqsa Mosque is often associated with the return of the Islamic Messiah, the Mahdi. Islamic eschatology holds that the Mahdi will emerge during great turmoil and establish justice and righteousness on earth. It is believed that he will make his first appearance at Al-Aqsa Mosque, signaling the beginning of a new era of peace and harmony. The symbolic representation of Al-Aqsa Mosque in Islamic eschatology extends beyond the physical structure itself. It represents the spiritual connection between believers and their Creator, as well as the hope for a better future. The mention of Al-Aqsa Mosque in the Quran serves as a reminder of the ultimate goal of every Muslim, to attain salvation and eternal bliss. In conclusion, the symbolic representation of the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Islamic eschatology is a testament to the spiritual and historical significance of Jerusalem in the Quran. It serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder of the divine promises made to believers. Whether one is a student of Islamic prophecy or simply interested in the spiritual importance of Jerusalem, understanding the symbolic representation of the Al-Aqsa Mosque is crucial in comprehending the role of this holy site in Islamic eschatology. Chapter 4: Jerusalem's Role in Islamic Eschatology. Prophecies and Divine Promises Regarding Jerusalem's Future. Jerusalem holds immense significance in Islamic eschatology, as it is mentioned in numerous prophecies and divine promises in the Quran. These revelations provide insight into the future of Jerusalem and its pivotal role in the spiritual journey of Muslims. Historically, Jerusalem has always held a special place in the hearts of Muslims. It is believed to be the site of the Prophet Muhammad's ascension to the heavens during the night journey. This spiritual significance is further reinforced by the Quranic references to Jerusalem as the farthest mosque, Al-Masjid al-Aqsa, in Surah Al-Isra. The Quran also alludes to the divine promise of Jerusalem's restoration and glorification. It foretells that the city will witness a time of peace and prosperity, where justice and righteousness shall prevail. This promise instills hope in the hearts of believers as they anticipate a future where Jerusalem becomes a beacon of light and unity for all. Architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran symbolize its spiritual magnificence. The mention of the sacred precincts of Al-Aqsa Mosque and the blessed land surrounding it highlights the city's sanctity. Muslims are encouraged to revere and honor this holy space, understanding its significance as a place of worship and spiritual reflection. Additionally, Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and the Hajj further emphasizes its importance. Muslims worldwide long to visit the Al-Aqsa Mosque during their pilgrimage journey, as it is considered the third holiest site in Islam. The spiritual experiences gained in Jerusalem hold a special place in the hearts of those who have had the opportunity to visit. Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology is of great significance. It is believed that in the end times, Jerusalem will witness the emergence of the Mahdi, the Guided One, who will bring justice and harmony to the world. The city will serve as a central hub for establishing peace and the final judgment. Symbolically, Jerusalem represents the unity of the Muslim Ummah community. It serves as a reminder of the shared spiritual heritage and the importance of unity among believers. The Quran's mention of Jerusalem encourages Muslims to unite, regardless of their cultural or geographical differences, and work towards peace and righteousness. In conclusion, the prophecies and divine promises regarding Jerusalem's future in Islamic eschatology provide a glimpse into the spiritual significance of the city. Its historical, geographical, and architectural importance, along with its representation in Islamic poetry and literature, further reinforces the deep connection Muslims have with Jerusalem. As believers, it is essential to understand and appreciate the role Jerusalem plays in our spiritual journey and work towards the fulfillment of the divine promises associated with this sacred city. The importance of Jerusalem in the end times. In the book Jerusalem's Role in Islamic Eschatology, Divine Promises in the Quran, we explore the significance of Jerusalem in the end times. Addressing a diverse audience, including those interested in Jerusalem and the Quran, its historical value, Islamic prophecy, spiritual importance, and more, we delve into the various aspects that make Jerusalem a central theme in Islamic eschatology. Jerusalem has an undeniable place in the Quran, with multiple references emphasizing its significance. These references serve as a reminder of the historical events in the city and the divine promises made to the believers. Understanding the historical value of Jerusalem in the Quran allows us to appreciate the city's importance throughout the ages. Islamic prophecy also plays a crucial role in highlighting Jerusalem's significance in the end times. The Quran offers insights into the events that will unfold in Jerusalem, serving as a guide for Muslims to prepare for the future. By studying these prophecies, we gain a deeper understanding of the role Jerusalem will play in the final stages of human history. The spiritual importance of Jerusalem in the Quran cannot be overstated. It is a city revered by Muslims worldwide, with its holy sites holding immense significance. The architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran further emphasize the city's spiritual importance, showcasing the divine wisdom in its design. Moreover, Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj adds another layer of significance to the city. Muslims from all corners of the globe come together to worship at the Al-Aqsa Mosque and partake in the rituals of Hajj. This unity and devotion to Jerusalem strengthen the spiritual bond among Muslims worldwide. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature is a testament to its lasting impact on Muslim culture. Poets and writers have long celebrated the city's beauty and spirituality, immortalizing it in their works. From a geographical standpoint, Jerusalem holds immense significance in the Quran. Its location at the crossroads of different regions symbolizes the unity of various Muslim communities and their shared faith. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, located in Jerusalem, holds a special place in the Quran. It is mentioned in divine promises and serves as a symbol of hope and redemption for believers. Finally, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology is of utmost importance. The Quran provides insights into the events that will occur in the end times, with Jerusalem being a central stage for these events. Understanding its significance in Islamic eschatology allows believers to prepare themselves spiritually and mentally for the challenges and rewards that lie ahead. In conclusion, the importance of Jerusalem in the end times cannot be overstated. Its significance is multifaceted, encompassing historical, spiritual, architectural, and prophetic dimensions. As we explore these aspects, we gain a deeper understanding of the divine promises and the role Jerusalem will play in the final stages of human history. Jerusalem's role in the final judgment. In Islamic eschatology, Jerusalem is significant as it plays a central role in the final judgment. This momentous event will mark the world's end as we know it. This subchapter delves into the divine promises enshrined in the Quran regarding Jerusalem's role in this transformative event. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, speaks extensively about Jerusalem and its spiritual significance. It highlights the historical and geographical importance of this ancient city, which has been revered by Muslims worldwide. The mention of Jerusalem in the Quran serves as a reminder of its sacredness and divine connection. Islamic prophecy also foretells the pivotal role Jerusalem will play in the final judgment. It is believed that on the day of resurrection, all nations will be gathered in Jerusalem, where the deeds of every individual will be weighed and judged by Allah. This gathering will serve as a testament to the universal nature of Islam and its teachings. Jerusalem's significance is not limited to its historical and spiritual prominence. It is also reflected in the architectural references found in the Quran. The descriptions of the grand structures and holy sites in Jerusalem evoke a sense of awe and reverence, further emphasizing its importance in Islamic eschatology. Moreover, Jerusalem holds a deep connection to the Islamic pilgrimage in Hajj. Muslims worldwide converge upon this sacred city to perform acts of worship and seek spiritual fulfillment. The journey to Jerusalem is seen as a means of drawing closer to Allah and preparing for the final judgment. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature further emphasizes its symbolic representation. Poets and writers have often used Jerusalem as a metaphor for spiritual enlightenment and the ultimate destination of believers. Its significance permeates through the arts, inspiring devotion and reflection. Additionally, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, located in Jerusalem, holds immense significance in Islamic eschatology. It is believed to be the site from which the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens during the night journey. This event solidifies Jerusalem's connection to the divine and reinforces its role in the final judgment. In conclusion, Jerusalem's role in the final judgment is multifaceted and deeply rooted in Islamic eschatology. Its historical, spiritual, and architectural significance, along with its connection to pilgrimage and literature, showcases its importance to Muslims worldwide. As believers prepare for the final judgment, Jerusalem stands as a beacon of hope and a reminder of the divine promises found in the Quran. Chapter 5: The symbolic representation of Jerusalem in the Quran. Jerusalem is a symbol of unity and faith. Jerusalem holds a significant place in the hearts and minds of Muslims around the world. It is not only a physical city but also a symbol of unity and faith. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, mentions Jerusalem in several verses, highlighting its importance in the spiritual journey of believers. Throughout history, Jerusalem has been a focal point of religious significance for various civilizations. Its historical importance in the Quran is evident in the stories of the prophets, particularly Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, and Prophet David. These prophets were sent to guide their people and establish a connection between them and the divine. Jerusalem was the backdrop for their significant events, emphasizing the city's sanctity and spiritual importance. In Islamic prophecy, Jerusalem holds a prominent role. The Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, miraculous night journey, known as the Isra and Miraj, took him from Mecca to Jerusalem and then ascended to the heavens. This journey signifies the spiritual connection between believers and the divine, further enhancing Jerusalem's significance in Islamic eschatology. The spiritual importance of Jerusalem is not limited to its historical and prophetic associations. The architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran symbolize the believer's spiritual journey. The mention of Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, establishes Jerusalem as a place of worship and devotion. Muslims from all over the world gather in Jerusalem during the Hajj pilgrimage, further solidifying its connection to the Islamic faith. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature reflects the deep emotional attachment Muslims have towards the city. It symbolizes unity in faith, evoking a sense of spiritual longing and reverence. Moreover, Jerusalem's geographical significance in the Quran highlights its position as a meeting point for different nations and cultures, promoting harmony and understanding among believers. Looking towards the future, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology is profound. It is believed that Jerusalem will play a central part in the events leading to the Day of Judgment. This belief further reinforces the symbolism of Jerusalem as a place of unity, faith, and ultimate divine fulfillment. In conclusion, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology is multifaceted. It is not only a physical city but also a symbol of unity and faith. Its historical significance, spiritual importance, architectural references, and geographical position in the Quran all contribute to its symbolic representation as a place of divine connection and fulfillment. Jerusalem stands as a testament to the unity and faith of Muslims worldwide, serving as a beacon of hope and inspiration for believers of all backgrounds. Jerusalem is a symbol of divine blessings and rewards. Jerusalem is significant in Islamic eschatology as a symbol of divine blessings and rewards. Throughout the Quran, this holy city is mentioned with reverence, emphasizing its spiritual and historical significance. For believers of all backgrounds, understanding Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology provides a deeper understanding of its importance in the religion. Jerusalem in the Quran is not only a physical location but also a symbol of divine favor. It is described as the blessed land where prophets and messengers were sent to guide humanity. The city's historical significance is intertwined with its spiritual importance, as it is believed to be the site of significant events in Islamic prophecy. The Quran highlights the spiritual importance of Jerusalem by mentioning it in conjunction with other sacred places. It is linked to Mecca and Medina, forming a triangle of holiness in Islamic tradition. This connection emphasizes Jerusalem's role in Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj. Muslims are encouraged to visit Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, one of the three holiest sites in Islam, during their pilgrimage to Mecca. Architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran further emphasize its symbolic representation. The description of the heavenly journey of Prophet Muhammad, known as the Isra and Miraj, includes his ascension to the heavens from the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This event elevates Jerusalem as a spiritual gateway, connecting the earthly realm to the divine. Jerusalem's mention in Islamic poetry and literature further highlights its significance. Poets and scholars have praised the city's beauty and role in Islamic history. It is often portrayed as a place of tranquility and spirituality, inspiring devotion and reverence. Jerusalem's geographical significance in the Quran is also noteworthy. It is described as the center of the earth, a point of convergence for believers from all corners of the globe. This representation emphasizes the city's universal appeal and its role in fostering unity and solidarity among Muslims. In Islamic eschatology, Jerusalem plays a crucial role in the final days. It is believed that the city will witness significant events, including the return of the Prophet Jesus, the emergence of the Mahdi, the Guided One, and the Day of Judgment. These prophetic events elevate Jerusalem's role as a symbol of divine blessings and rewards in the eyes of believers. Overall, Jerusalem holds immense spiritual and historical significance in Islamic eschatology. Its mention in the Quran and its portrayal in Islamic tradition highlight its role as a symbol of divine blessings and rewards. Understanding Jerusalem's importance deepens believers' faith and connects them to the rich tapestry of Islamic history and prophecy. Jerusalem is a symbol of hope and salvation. Jerusalem is significant in Islamic eschatology, representing hope and salvation for Muslims worldwide. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, mentions Jerusalem in various contexts, emphasizing its historical, spiritual, and geographical importance. This subchapter explores the symbolic representation of Jerusalem in the Quran, shedding light on its role as a beacon of hope and salvation. Jerusalem's mention in the Quran highlights its historical significance, tracing back to the time of the Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, and his son Ishmael. The city is considered a sacred place due to Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son in obedience to God. This act symbolizes the ultimate test of faith and devotion, making Jerusalem a symbol of steadfastness and unwavering belief in God's promises. Moreover, Jerusalem's spiritual importance is manifested through its connection to Islamic prophecy. The Quran prophesies the ultimate victory of Islam and the return of Jesus, Isa, to Jerusalem. This event, known as the Second Coming, is believed to bring peace and justice, signaling the culmination of God's divine promises. Jerusalem, in this context, represents the fulfillment of these prophecies and the ultimate triumph of righteousness over evil. Architectural references to Jerusalem in the Quran further emphasize its significance. The Quran describes the construction of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, in Jerusalem. The mosque's establishment symbolizes the spiritual journey and connection between believers and Allah, providing a sanctuary for prayer and worship. This architectural reference reinforces Jerusalem's role as a spiritual hub and a beacon of hope for Muslims. Jerusalem's connection to Islamic pilgrimage and Hajj also underscores its importance. The Quran mentions the journey of Prophet Muhammad from the sacred mosque in Mecca to the farthest mosque, believed to be the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. This pilgrimage, known as the Night Journey, Isra, symbolizes the spiritual ascent of the Prophet and his communion with Allah. It reinforces Jerusalem's sanctity and role in facilitating a profound spiritual experience for Muslims. Furthermore, Jerusalem's role in Islamic eschatology signifies the final stages of the world's existence and the Day of Judgment. It is believed that after the Second Coming, Jerusalem will become the center of the Islamic Caliphate, a utopian society governed by justice and equity. This portrayal of Jerusalem as a future paradise accentuates its symbolic representation as a beacon of hope, salvation, and the ultimate fulfillment of God's promises. In conclusion, Jerusalem holds immense symbolic significance in Islamic eschatology. Its representation as a symbol of hope and salvation is rooted in its historical, spiritual, and geographical importance. As believers, we find solace and inspiration in Jerusalem, as it embodies the divine promises in the Quran and serves as a constant reminder of the ultimate triumph of good over evil.